Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ashish Jha, co-founder at Rupeeflo. Along with me, I have here my other co-founders, Dharmendra Maurya and Mano Bharambe. We are excited to be here at IFTA today. It took us 60 years to cross our first $1 trillion in GDP. The last trillion, we crossed that in just 5 years. With this growth rate, India is now on track to become an $8 trillion economy by 2032. And to reach this milestone, we will need around $1.25 trillion in forex reserve to support that. Today, NRIs hold more than $200 billion across bank deposits and equity investments, but less than 2% have participated in our stock markets. The core insight here is India is barely scratching the surface of the NRI financial potential. The capital, intent, and trust already exist, the access doesn't. Domestically, India has built some of the best financial rails in the world. UPI, DigiLocker, account aggregator are a testament to that. But these rails stop at the border. The moment an Indian becomes a global, everything gets harder. NRIs and overseas Indians are one of the most valuable customer segments for Indian financial institutions, nearly 10 to 20 times in lifetime value compared to a domestic user. Yet most of the institutions still struggle to onboard them. Why? Because identity, documentation, and compliance rules changes in every corridor. So access to Indian financial products is effectively handicapped. That's a lost opportunity for the NRIs, the institutions, and for India. To really understand the opportunity, we need to change on how we look at the NRI market. It's not just 35 million people or $135 billion in remittances. It's about how many times they need to touch the system just to participate. That is the access layer. Every time a NRI opens a bank account, activates a demat account, does a re-KYC or applies for a mortgage, that is a compliance workflow. An engaged NRI will do this many times over their financial life. Today, these workflows are fragmented and mostly manual. We are turning these broken workflows into one clean access rail. Once you do that, it unlocks the participation layer. The same rail starts powering up ongoing behavior across multiple product lines and use cases, enabling higher engagement, resulting in deeper and recurring capital flows back into India. So the way we see it, we are converting the friction from the access layer into sustained capital participation. If we zoom out for a moment, every institution we work with was trying to solve the same problem in different ways. One corridor at a time, one exception on top of an already stretched upstream. Our platform Nuanta is the answer to that. A modern stack purpose built to unlock India for the world. With our infrastructure, we now power up banks, brokers, and other financial institutions that let them serve a global client with the same confidence as a domestic one. The stack itself has three core pillars. Our onboarding module. What exists for resident Indians today, we have taken it global. Now, for the first time in India, financial institutions are onboarding NRI with our digital onboarding, global verification, and digital notarization stack, which is live across 50 plus countries. Open banking module. Similar to the account aggregator framework in India, we have enabled open banking access across 50 plus countries to track assets, liabilities, and perform global identity checks. On the risk analytics, since most of the global investors don't have a lot of credit history in India, we have enabled credit, financial, and employment verification for such individual for a better underwriting. The impact for institutions is simple. Instead of building and maintaining multiple corridors with different compliances, they integrate with one access layer and get a globally compliant solution. Once the access layer becomes frictionless, the global participation multifolds into the ecosystem. Today, we facilitate investments, taxation, money transfers on our platform, and thanks to the innovative Gift City framework, which unlocks the Indian financial products for NRI in their currency of choice. With NRIs at the center, we enable global wealth tracking of overseas as well as Indian assets, which syncs across banks and their investment portfolios, providing them a better clarity and visibility on their allocation and returns. Making this into a reality, we have changed the way the financial institutions onboard an NRI today. For years, if you wanted to onboard an NRI customer, the industry norm was 3 to 4 months. That's just how long it takes. However, recently, One of our partners, Zerodha, did it in under just 7 days, which has called out by the investor was unheard of. That journey was powered by Rupeeflo in the background. And this isn't just a one-off story. Across partner, we have reduced the timelines to open NRI bank accounts from roughly 15 days to just under 48 hours and NRI demat accounts from 45 days to under 4 days, with a clear roadmap to bring both under 4 hours. For institution, this doesn't just feel a bit faster, it just changes the math. 10 times faster onboarding and reducing the customer dropouts by 50%. So when we say Rupeeflo is a rail, we mean it literally. We are taking the NRI onboarding from weeks and months into hours, now first time at scale. Today, we power up some of the largest institutions on Rupeeflo. Our esteemed clientele includes leaders like ICICI Bank, HSBC, Kotak, and Zerodha. Our platform is aligned with the guidelines of the regulator so that the institutions can adopt with Rupeeflo on confidence. We currently support NRI users and overseas clients across 50 plus geographies, which includes US, UK, EU, and GCC countries, and soon expanding across major corridors. Every month, thousands of global users use Rupeeflo in their India journey with our partner institutions. In terms of growth, our revenue has been doubling every quarter, and we are now on track to cross a multi-million dollar ARR by the end of this financial year. All of this is enabled with a monetization layer that is driven by SaaS from our financial institutions, success fees from our intermediaries, and service fee from our platform where we deliver direct value to our global investors. With the current momentum and a high margin product line, we are expecting to become cash flow positive by March 26. Finally, the team behind this. Our founding team brings the experience from across fintech, platform engineering, and regulated ecosystem. And we are supported by advisors that include leaders and founders of global regtech and infra companies. It's a team that built to execute both the ambition and precision that is required for the cross-border infrastructure that lets the world participate into the Indian financial system. Thank you for recognizing Rupeeflo at IFTA 2025. We'll be happy to take up any questions.
Thank you so much.